The screen is on. It's late. The house is quiet. The blue light paints your face in the dark and you see them. A picture, posted an hour ago. The team. They're at that steakhouse downtown, the one with the dark wood and the expensive whiskey. They're smiling, raising a glass, celebrating the new project lead, the lead you were supposed to be. Your boss is there, arm around the man who got the job, the man who stays late but not to work, the man who laughs a little too loud at every bad joke, the man who knows how to play the game. And you're here, in the silence of your own home, not invited, overlooked, again. A familiar heat rises in your chest. It's a bitter cocktail of anger and injustice with the sharp metallic taste of shame. You scroll past, but the image is burned into your mind. You did the work. You delivered the results. You sacrificed weekends. And for what? To be reminded on a cold Tuesday night that you are on the outside, that the door to that room is closed to you. The question echoes in the quiet house, the one that keeps you up at night. Why not me? 2,000 years ago, a man who knew a thing or two about being on the outside asked a similar question. His name was Epictetus. He was born a slave in a forgotten corner of the Roman Empire. He was never invited to the emperor's table. He was never given a promotion. He owned nothing. His leg was crippled, likely broken deliberately by his master. He understood in his very bones what it felt like to be powerless, to be overlooked, to watch others feast while you are left with the scraps. And yet he became one of the most powerful thinkers in history, because he discovered a truth that the men in those gilded rooms would never grasp. He understood the hidden price of things. He once told his students this: "You have not been invited to somebody's dinner party. That is because you have not paid the host the price at which he sells his dinner. He sells it for praise. He sells it for personal attention. Pay him the price, then, for which it is sold, if it is to your advantage. But if you want not to pay the price and yet to get the things, you are insatiable and a fool." Let's translate that. Every invitation has a cost. Every seat at the table is for sale. But the currency isn't always money. The price of admission to that inner circle, the one you see on your screen right now, is praise. It's attention. It's flattery. It's laughing at the right jokes. It's nodding along in the meeting when you know the idea is flawed. It's 1,000 tiny compromises of your own soul. Epictetus is not telling you to be bitter. He's telling you to be a clear-eyed accountant of your own life. You weren't invited because you haven't paid the price. The real question is not, why wasn't I invited? The real question is, do I want to pay what it costs to get in? Think of a man. Let's call him David. He's a good man, a good father. He coaches his son's soccer team on Saturdays. He's a lead architect at a competitive firm. He's talented, genuinely. His designs are clean, innovative, built to last. He believes with a kind of old-fashioned integrity that the work should speak for itself. His colleague Kevin operates differently. Kevin's designs are fine, but his real talent is navigating the hallways. He's always the first to compliment the director on his new tie. He organizes the after-work drinks. He remembers the names of everyone's kids. He has an almost supernatural ability to be in the right place at the right time, saying the right thing to the right person. He performs. David just works. For years, David has watched Kevin get the opportunities that should have been his. The prestigious high-rise project, the trip to the conference in Milan, the promotions. Each time, it feels like a small, sharp betrayal. He goes home, sits at his dinner table, and the frustration radiates off him. His wife sees it. His kids feel it. He's present in body, but his mind is back at the office, replaying the injustice, tallying the score. Psychologically, this feeling is a primal alarm bell. Our brains are hardwired for tribal belonging, for our ancestors. Being cast out of the group, being left behind from the hunt or the fire, was a death sentence. So when you get left off that email, when you're not invited to that dinner, your nervous system doesn't register it as a simple workplace slight. It registers it as a threat to your very survival. A jolt of cortisol, the stress hormone, floods your system. Your heart rate quickens. Your mind starts racing, scanning for the source of the danger. What did I do wrong? Why don't they like me? Am I not good enough? This is the loop David is trapped in. He starts to change. The quiet confidence he once had in his work begins to curdle into resentment. He finds himself checking Kevin's calendar. He listens to conversations, trying to read the tea leaves. His focus shifts from creating excellent work to monitoring the system he believes is rigged against him. He's spending his most valuable resource, his attention, not on his craft, but on another man's success. The work, his only real leverage, starts to suffer, and the bitterness starts to seep into his home life. He's short with his son. He's distant with his wife. He is a ghost in his own life, haunted by what he feels he is owed. He's paying a price anyway. He's just not getting anything for it. One night, after losing another major project to Kevin, he's up late. He can't sleep. The anger is a physical weight on his chest. He's thinking of quitting. He's thinking of confronting his boss. He's thinking of all the things a man thinks when he feels cornered and powerless. He stumbles across that quote from Epictetus. He reads it once, then again. He sells it for praise. He sells it for personal attention. And for the first time, he doesn't see himself as the victim. He sees himself as a customer who has simply chosen not to buy a product. He starts to do the math. What is the actual price Kevin is paying? He pays in time. The hours spent laughing at bad jokes in the director's office are hours not spent with his family. The quick drink after work that turns into 3 hours of office politics is time he's not reading a book or going to the gym or simply being quiet. He pays in energy, the constant performance, the need to be on all the time, to remember every birthday, to craft the perfect complimentary email. It's exhausting. It's a second job layered on top of the first. David comes home tired from work. Kevin comes home tired from work, and from the work of being liked. He pays in authenticity. David remembers a meeting about the Franklin Tower project. He had voiced a serious structural concern about the proposed materials. It was an unpopular opinion that created more work for everyone. He spoke up anyway because he was right. He remembers Kevin in that same meeting, nodding silently, catching the director's eye and agreeing with him, only to complain about the very same issue later, in private. Kevin paid for his seat at the table by swallowing his own integrity. David paid for his integrity by losing his seat. Suddenly, it's not a story of injustice. It's a story of a transaction. Kevin bought the promotion. He paid for it with his time, his energy, and his authenticity. David looked at that same price tag and said, "No, thank you." He wasn't overlooked. He opted out. This simple change in perspective is a psychological earthquake. It moves him from a state of passive victimhood to one of active choice. He wasn't a fool who was tricked. He was a man who made a decision, perhaps unconsciously, to value other things more. He valued his evenings with his family. He valued his own honest opinion. He valued the freedom of not having to perform. If you are finding value in walking this path, consider joining us by subscribing. We journey together. He realizes that Epictetus was right. He wasn't left with nothing. He was left with everything he refused to sell. He has the hours Kevin spent schmoozing. He has the peace of mind that comes from speaking the truth. He has an evening at home, in a quiet house, not because he was excluded, but because he chose to be there. The anger in his chest doesn't vanish overnight, but its power is gone. It's no longer the righteous fury of the wronged, but the calm acceptance of a consequence. The world is not unjust, it is simply a marketplace, and he is finally aware of what is being sold and what he is and is not willing to pay. This is the practice for you, starting tomorrow morning. It's called calculating the cost. The next time you feel that sting, the promotion you were passed over for, the party you weren't invited to, the conversation that happened without you, do not immediately retreat into anger or shame. Stop, breathe, and become an accountant. Take out a piece of paper, or just open a note on your phone, and ask yourself 3 questions. Be brutally honest. 1. What, specifically, is the thing I feel I have lost? Be precise, not just respect. Name it. Is it the corner office? Is it a seat on the steering committee? Is it an invitation to a specific dinner party? Write it down. 2. What is the exact price of that thing? Think like Epictetus. The price is rarely just hard work. What else does it cost? Does it cost an extra 10 hours a week of empty socializing? Does it cost laughing at things you don't find funny? Does it cost you to withhold your honest opinion to avoid making waves? Does it cost you your Saturday mornings? List the full non-negotiable price. 3. Am I willing to pay it? This is not a trick question. Sometimes the answer will be yes. Sometimes you will see that the price is fair and you simply haven't been paying it. That's valuable information. But very often, when you see the full cost written down in black and white, your answer will be a clear and quiet no. You will realize that you value your integrity more than their praise. You value your evenings more than their meetings. You value your peace of mind more than their approval. This isn't an exercise in sour grapes. It's an exercise in sovereignty. It is the practice of remembering what you truly value and then honoring those values with your choices. Epictetus closes the thought with this. Have you then nothing in place of the dinner? Yes, indeed you have. You have not had to praise the man you did not want to praise. You have not had to put up with the insolence of his doorkeepers. You have not been left with nothing. You have been left with the coin you refuse to spend. You have your time. You have your word. You have your self-respect. That is your profit. That is your strength. Look back at the screen. The picture of them smiling. It looks different now. It's not a window into a world you've been locked out of. It's a page from a catalog showing a product you have calmly and deliberately chosen not to buy. You didn't lose the promotion. You refused to pay the price. You weren't overlooked. You chose a different path. The greatest freedom a man can find is realizing that he doesn't have to want what they're selling. The doors they close are not your prison. They are your liberation. They free you to build your own house with your own rules and to invite only those who value what is real. The world can only sell you what you are willing to buy. Know your price and know what is not for sale. If this is a path you wish to walk, subscribe and join the conversation.